go fast, then go alone. If you want to go far, you better bring somebody else along. 'Cause in the moment of darkness, in the moment of truth, you think you're lucky stars that there's someone there with you. There's a beauty in numbers it's impossible to deny. It takes two hands to applaud and a pair of wings to reach the sky. Where there was one, there will be many. Where there was nothing, there will be plenty. When me turns the weed like the roots from the tree, it pushes everything up from underneath. Well, together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides. Together we win when everyone is in. When every little hand and every little heart touches every little piece and every little part now. If you want to start a revolution, reach out your hand and lift up a brother or sister and feel the power at your command. If you hold a vision, show everyone what you see and watch the tribe come alive to turn your dream to reality. Where there was one, there will be many. Where there was nothing, there will be plenty. When me turns the weed like the roots from the tree, it pushes everything up from underneath. Well, together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides. Together we win when everyone is in. When every little hand and every little heart touches every little piece and every little part. What's inside of you is inside of me, and it's amplified when turned into we. You'll never hear one hand clapping fly with one wing flap. Many hands, many hearts make things happen. The reason they call it unity, 'cause it all begins with you and me. If you want to go fast, then go alone. If you want to go far, you better bring somebody else along. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides. Together we win when everyone is in. When every little hand and every little heart touches every little piece and every little part now. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides. Together we rise, together we thrive. We believe in circles, 'cause circles take no sides.
Good morning. Together we thrive, and I'm so glad we are here together this morning. A special welcome to those of us live on YouTube, Facebook, and Zoom. We're so pleased you chose to join us this morning. I'm Nancy Lushkajan. I'm an adjunct board member at CSL Santa Cruz, and I'm delighted to be here with you. You may know my name from having been on the broadcast staff for quite a few months. Now I get to stand in front of the camera. I got my in front of the camera clothes on. What do you think? Pretty good? Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We are located in the Live Oak neighborhood of Santa Cruz. Here at CSL, we want to acknowledge that we are not the first people on this land, so we honor the ancestral land we occupy of the Ama Mutsun tribal band. Please join me as we speak out loud together our mission, purpose, and vision. Let us say together mindfully, our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Our vision is a world that works for everyone and all life on earth. We are a community dedicated to possibility. We're going to have a talk after the talk, but it's on Wednesdays now, as you probably know if you attend it. 6:30 on Zoom. Check your e-news for more Zoom information. Quick note about upcoming events. There is meditation before service at 10 a.m. Second and fourth Wednesdays, Sky Leona leads spiritual living circles. Second Sundays are potluck Sunday, birthday Sunday, and the third Sunday, that is today, Dances of Universal Peace is right out in the front garden. That's a 50-year-old tradition, and if you haven't participated in that, you'll want to stay and participate this morning. We have a wonderful morning planned for you. Our practitioner is Reverend Grace Lovejoy. Our music is by Frisia Rain, and our practitioner holding the high wash is Cheryl Stromstand Snyder. Welcome to the podium, our practitioner, Grace Lovejoy.
Good morning, everyone. Take a deep breath and let go. Close your eyes, put both feet on the floor, and let yourself feel the earth beneath your feet. As members of the earthlings here on this planet, get grounded. And as you will, please take one more great big deep breath. Let it go. And do it again. And let go. And then fall into your own rhythm. For we know this thing to be true, that every indrawn breath is inspiration. And as we release our breath, we let go of all that got us here before now, all the busyness, all the traffic, all the thises and that's, and find that right here, right now, there is a place of peace, right in the center of our hearts, a little sanctuary, a place where the infinite is available to each one of us individually and all of us collectively. So that when we recognize that that spirit is who we are and what we're doing, and it is the generating force in the universe itself, we know that coming together and putting our hearts and minds in the same place, we lift our spirits, we lift our minds, and we let our bodies thrive. So from this place of knowing that truth, I can speak a word on behalf of each one of us this day, that peace of heart and peace of mind come together in me. It comes together in each one of us as we allow ourselves to become part of a conscious awareness that something good is happening right now. in the midst of whatever else looks like it's chaos, death and destruction, and the falling apart of the world, the truth is there's something new within each one of us that is beginning to blossom, beginning to bloom, beginning to wake up, beginning to come out of hibernation, and beginning to come out of pandemic. That we are about to become alive and alert, awake and aware, that we are guided and guarded on this journey, and that we have come together for a high and holy purpose, which is to hold each one of us in peace, in love, in kindness, and in rest. So I allow these words to precede me into manifestation, making my path clear, making the way straight, and knowing that it is already done. And together, please say with me, and so it is. Thank you.
So take another deep breath in. If it's comfortable, keep your eyes closed as we move into our time of chanting. Most of you know the words already. If you don't, you will very soon. Take another deep breath in. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. And take another deep breath. Frisia.
Thank you. My friend Larry Gale was a dear man who loved the dances of universal peace, as I do, and that was our main connection. And when Larry passed a couple of springs ago, I sat in quiet contemplation, sending my love, and I asked if he had any message for those of us who were remaining here. This is Larry's song. Every day I see the sun rise. Every day that I am blessed to open my eyes, and every day that you would have me walk upon this earth is a gift, a rebirth. I welcome you to join me. Every day I see the sun rise. Every day that I am blessed to open my eyes, and every day that you would have me walk upon this earth is a gift, a rebirth. And there are stories, and there are dreams to share, and some dreams must be released. There's so much glory upon this earth we care for, and many paths to peace. But every day I see the sun rise. Every day that I am blessed to open my eyes, and every day that you would have me walk upon this earth is a gift, a rebirth. We all have stories, and we have dreams to share, and yet some dreams must be released. Look at all the glory upon this earth that we care for, and there are many paths to peace. One more time. Every day I see the sun sunrise. Every day that I am blessed to open my eyes, and every day that you would have me walk upon this earth is a gift, a rebirth is a gift. Thank you.
Thank you, Frisia. That was perfect. Good morning, my friends. Let's begin, as always, by taking a few breaths, shall we? Exhale first, and take a deep breath in. And let go. Take another deep breath. And let go. One more deep breath in. And let go. So good morning. I come to you a bit fragile this morning. I spent much of my evening last night on the phone and on Zoom with friends because a member of my synthesis community and a close friend of mine passed away yesterday, and we believe that it was suicide. So I'm just in a raw space at the moment. And so I want to begin with a quote from Jean Houston's new book, The Journey of Rose. And Mohini, if you'll pull that up. So take in these words. The very dynamics of our current time are regrowing us to greatness and inviting us to take our place with Percival, Penelope, White Buffalo Calf Woman, the Lady of the Lake, Quetzalcoatl, Isis, Athena, Mary, and even Buddha, Joseph, Jesus, Muhammad, and Krishna. This is the most exciting time to be alive. Your name in this newly emerging myth belongs to the list as well, along with every other person who's part of the remythologizing of the story of our world. Each of us is being called for this mythic task. We were made for these times. And those words have been resounding around in my head, especially in the last 24 hours. Because as I look around at the world that we're living in, I know that many of us have lost people recently. And I know that in the last year, I've lost a number of young people quite tragically. And the talk title of today was supposed to be something like, "Whose harvest is it anyways?" Which is fascinating. Because we're living in a world right now, as I spoke to you about over the last couple of weeks, that I believe is really the manifestation of generations of intention. That we are living in the result of thousands of years of choices, hundreds of years of choices. And that much of the conversations we've been having here and in multiple communities that many of us are part of around racism and oppression and the environment and all the division in our world, all the chaos, all the upheaval that's happening, is really the result of generations of intentions, of generations of unconsciousness, of generations of choice. And now we're living in this world of incredible chaos and difficulty. And the thing that I see right now is that so many people in my own life are struggling deeply even to just maintain sanity. And more, those of us who are struggling to hold our place in this world are finding it harder and harder and harder to hold our center. Which makes me realize how incredibly important community is, how incredibly important our spiritual practices are. You know, I was talking to someone the other day who's facing a diagnosis, and they said to me, you know, all of these years of spiritual practice have been practice for what's here right now. And I think that we're all facing that in this moment. That in the face of breakdown, in the face of disease, in the face of death, in the face of all the difficulty that is approaching each one of us right now, do we have the capacity to maintain our center, to return to the deep truths that we are seeking continuously as the ground, as the source, as the nourishment, as the sustenance for what we need in order to get through this? Because Jean keeps telling me and us that we are living through the greatest time of transition that humanity has ever seen. I remember being in a room with Jean Houston a number of years ago, and we were all in our 20s and 30s, and she pointed to all of us and said, "You are the generation who's going to live through the most difficult era in human history, because of all that has been set in motion before us, because of all that is now being harvested and brought to light from generations and generations and generations of choice." And so what do we do with that? Many of us are losing hope. Look at the world. People are losing it. People are angry. People want to blame. People want to point fingers. And yet each one of us has to find within ourselves a mythic capacity to deal with what's in front of us. Whether it's our own personal issues or whether it's the issues of the world or our society around us, we need to live into new stories. We need to live into a bigger idea of who and what we are and why we are here. My friend who just left this world is someone who could see the world that was possible so clearly that it was intolerable for him to be here and what is here now. We cannot sacrifice that kind of vision and genius anymore. And I really believe that the vision of who we are and where we could go and what is seeking to emerge in humanity is alive in each one of us. That's why in my synthesis work, I invite everyone to claim what is the most important thing for you to be working on right now, and claim it as your project, claim it as your prayer, design your entire life to reinforce that one purpose so that you live out your myth, your story, the reason that you are here. I remember growing up in Baptist church, people would always say, don't tell God how big your problems are. Tell your problems how big your God is. Right? And the version of that I feel like I've taken from Jean Houston is, don't tell the story about how big the problems of the world are. Live into a story that is so big that it gives you the power to be the one who overcomes the problems of the world. What if we began to cultivate stories about who we are individually, about the world that's emerging, about our individual piece and part of the puzzle, so that what we realize is that we become sourced by the future. We become sourced by possibility. One of the things that I know is that when we live into a personal mythology, the story awakens in our life. That when we can tell the story that we are part of a transition, that we are part of a wave of evolution, that we are part of an emerging consciousness, and that each one of us has a purpose, has a plan, has a part of this process to play, we can then realize how incredibly valuable we are in the midst of this great unfolding story. And I've been telling this story now for a number of years, and those of you who are participating in my synthesis work have probably heard me say this. But imagine for a moment that the universe is a great garden. And in that garden, over the last 10,000 years of human civilization, all of these beautiful plants and flowers and trees have grown up in that garden. And all of those plants and flowers and trees are the structures, the archetypes, the stories that have held up the world. And so that long list of names that we read, from Jesus to Parzival to Penelope to all of these story characters, these mythic beings, these bodies who hold the templates of the patterns about the world that we live in, the stories that inform us about who and what we are. So imagine that for the last 10,000 years, all of these archetypes, these stories, these patterns in the universe have grown and grown and grown, and they've become the pillars on which we have built our world. But in the time that we are living in, there's a new season in the garden, and a new story, new structures, new plants, new beings are coming forward, and at the same time, the old ones are crumbling. And I think that much of the chaos that we're witnessing in the world is people's reaction to their worldview dying. Is people's reactions to the structures and the pillars and the stories that have held up our society for thousands of years suddenly are no longer applicable. Suddenly the context doesn't match, and we're in this in-between time. And so the invitation to become the missing link, if you will, is to be the ones who live into the new story, is to be the ones where the new ways of doing and being emerge, and then we become the ones who are remembered for the next 100 or 1,000 years, because the lives that we lived demonstrated the patterns of what was possible, that the lives that we live demonstrate the patterns of who and what we could be, and we become the new pillars of the new world that is emerging. What if each one of us was an invitation for the Spirit of the living God to bring forth the new story into the world? Because I know that the story is here. You've heard me say many times from this stage that I believe that all of the issues to all of the problems that are facing humanity, the chain of life and the environment right now, are here already. But it's a matter of us weaving a new story that allows us to take the answer from here and the solution from here and the problem over here and the issue that lies there and see them all as being interconnected. We need new stories. We need new mythology. We need new theology. We need a new spirituality. We need new ways of doing things. And the thing that I love about Science of Mind is that our founder, Ernest Holmes, gave us this great philosophy to do our work, to look at ourselves, to do the mental cultivation, to understand the nature of the universe and how it can interact with us. But then he left it to say this is incomplete, and it must continue to evolve. As we learn new things, as we gain new spiritual technologies, as we begin to understand the world more and more and more, let who we are and what we believe and what we claim is true continue to evolve with and as and into the new story. Because I need us to survive this together. And we need each other. And so as the stories and the pillars and the structures and the patterns and the archetypes of the world that we have lived in come falling down, crashing around us everywhere we look, what we have to see is that now there's room for something else to come forward. And the thing that I've been telling way too many people in the last number of months, as beloveds keep passing away from this planet, and some of them quite tragically. And the thing that I said to my friend on a call yesterday is that I too believe in the vision that my friend believed in. The thing that I can do to honor his life is to do everything I can to bring it forward. To build a world that would have worked for him, because the one we're living in did not. And I say to each one of us, if there is anything that you see, anyone that you've lost, anything that you are grieving over in the world, the greatest thing you can do to honor the shift is to make their lives meaningful. If you have any regret for anyone who's left this world, make the change you wish you had made moving forward with those of us who are still here. Because the thing that I know is that every loss that I experience in these last couple years, I feel like the who that I am and the desperate, urgent need that the world is calling for keeps getting clearer. And so let us know that the pain and the grief is part of a sacrifice that is opening up something inside of each one of us. And it feels on some level like grief is starting to become the water in which we're swimming. May that be the thing that wakes us up, if nothing else. And I think that's all I have to say today. And so if you will, just take a breath. I'm going to ask the ministers and practitioners to stand and just hold the space with me. And let us breathe. And as we breathe, let us just take a moment to remember that we are indeed breathed by something greater than ourselves. That the one who is breathing us was never born and will never die. That the one who is breathing us rises and falls with every inhale and every exhale. And that one who is breathing us rises and falls with every birth and every death. Every life lived is a breath of God. And so let us take another deep breath, knowing that indeed there is only one of us here and that that one is eternal. And let each one of us claim, know, and declare today that there is something alive in us that is greater than we are, that there is a story that is seeking to emerge through us into the world that can carry us into the world that is calling us. Let us remember as we look around, as we feel all that there is to feel, as we see all that there is to see, as we recognize all that there is to recognize, that something is changing. That we are being called to a new level of existence, that each one of us is being called to a higher plane of action, that each one of us is being called to invoke a story so big that we realize that we are here for this. And that each one of us must claim who we are and why we are here. Because in this moment, unless we are on purpose, we are lost. And so let each one of us live a life of purpose, with purpose, for a purpose, on purpose, every day, every breath. And let us continuously look into the mirror of life and make the edits, the shifts, and the changes that we need to make to become the people who can live into the world that we want to see. I claim, know, and declare that there is a world calling us that works for each one of us, recognizing the beauty, the excellence, the genius, the authenticity that lives within each person. Let us banish this world that does not accept the unique, individual, God-given genius that each one of us is, and step into a world that honors that authenticity and brings forth our gifts and realizes that the answer to every problem lives in the heart and in the mind of each individual. That each one of us came into this world on purpose to bring a piece of the puzzle. May each one of us find our peace. May it reveal itself. And may we do everything we can to walk in a good way and lift those up who need us, to to remember that we are here for each other. And we cannot do this alone. I am grateful to remember in this moment that in all circumstances and in all things there is woven a power for good into this universe that is greater than we are, that lives and breathes and moves and has its being in all things. And so I surrender to this knowing, absolutely knowing that Spirit is at work in all of this. And so I rest in that truth. And so it is. Thank you, my friends. Frisha.
I received this musical medicine 5 years ago when the autumn was particularly discouraging. Pre-pandemic, we didn't know what was coming. Autumn flows into winter. Leaves let go and everything falls down. Shall our thoughts turn bitter? The wise ones know that love is all around, and we will dance in the rain. We will sing in the wind. We'll look for heaven in each other and within. Though the storm clouds gather high, they will never claim the sky. When we lead with our hearts, the sun will shine again. Oh, that's your part. We will dance in the rain. We will sing in the wind. We'll look for heaven in each other and within. And though the storm clouds gather high, they will never claim the sky. When we lead with our hearts, the sun will shine again. I listen to the news on the radio, hearing lots of clues, this planet is done. Oh, and I'm wondering what to do about each scenario. I'll lend my voice, say a prayer for each and every one. And we will dance in the rain. We will sing in the wind. We'll look for heaven in each other and within. Though the storm clouds gather high, they will never claim the sky. When we lead with our hearts, the sun will shine again. One more time. We will dance in the rain. We will sing in the wind. We'll look for heaven in each other and within. And though the storm clouds gather high, they will never claim the sky. with our hearts, the sun will shine again. When we lead with our hearts, the sun will shine again. Thank you for singing.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Dugan, and I'm wondering, is Debbie Brappy here? Oh, here she is. She's way in the back. Come on up, Debbie. So I'm here, and Debbie is here as well, to talk to you about the season of harvest. And the season of harvest is the microcosm of what Eli was just talking about, because we are here to tell a new story. Debbie is going to tell you why you might want to participate in the new story, and then I'll take it back and talk about who and how you might want to participate.
Thank you. Okay, so when Kaylee asked me about why I tithe, I was like, well, I never really thought that much about it. I just do. And then I really thought about it. And I came here in, I think, 2015. And it was a time of transition. And I thought, what's this place about? So I took a class with Susan Springfield. And then I took another class with Joy Haley. And then I thought, I like what these people are talking about. And then I became a part of this community, and that's the big part right there is community. And I witnessed some folks having some really difficult grieving times, and I watched this community come around that person and lift them up until they could stand on their own. And I've seen it time and time again. And then this past year, I've had a really rough year. I lost a niece, and I found myself in a position of leadership that I really wasn't ready for. And I made myself vulnerable, and I shared with Elijah everything that I was worried about and all my concerns. And he and the group, the board, rallied around me and lifted me up until I could stand on my own. So that's what this community is about. And at the very beginning, I decided, I'm going to commit an amount of money and put it in my budget and stick with it. And commitment is why I do it. I'm committed to this place. And then Elijah showed up in the midst of all the transition. And what he talked about today, I'm with him 100%. Something's being birthed here. And our midwife was Alice, and he is the guy who's going to deliver it. And I don't know what it is, but I know it's going to be good. So anyway, I want to encourage you to check this place out. And if you like what you see, commit. It doesn't have to be a gigantic amount. Commit to what you can contribute. And back this guy up, because stuff's happening here. And I've had privy to see what's going on in the back, but good stuff's happening. And I just want to encourage you all, give what you can. And tithing has really made me feel committed and tied to this community. So thank you, and that's why.
Hey, thanks, Debbie. So the season of harvest has 3 parts, and the first one is what we used to call tithing, and now we're calling it investing. And investing is because something new is happening here, something is being given birth to here. And if you want to invest in it, which is your treasure, now's the time. And I'm asking people who already pledge if they could pledge a little bit more, because we are birthing something so important here, and we need the resources. So one of the who's I want to talk to is current pledgers. The other who I want to talk to is the people who are online. And I know when you're online, coming and hearing the service is free, which is fine, but I think something might be happening here that you still want to invest in. So if what Eli is talking about in this new story of possibility, this new story of potential, is something that is important enough to you that you might want to invest in it, now's the time. Now I want to talk to how you can do this. The how is this little card. And on this little card is information about you. And on the back of this little card is how you can invest, how you can engage, and how you can enroll. So those of you who are here in the sanctuary today can get it in the back. You can talk to Leah in the social hall afterwards. But for those of you who are online, you can go to a website and get your own copy of the little card. And where you want to go is CSLSantaCruz.org. So are you ready to invest, you guys? Are you ready to make this a new story that has the resources? And why we're calling this as the season of harvest, these are not our individual contributions. This is pooling the resources, everybody in this community, to make this possible. Leah, I've probably forgotten something, so I'm going to leave it over to her to fill in the holes.
Good morning. You got it good, Kaylee. She's getting it out. So if anything Kaylee mentioned that you have questions about, I'm actually going to be in the back of the sanctuary after service. You'll see the big season of harvest sign. We have the cards. We can talk about how you can invest, engage, and enroll. If you're a current investor, then I can also help you there. We're setting up and using our new Breeze system, which is a community platform where you can have your own profile, you can track your own giving, and we're really hoping to kind of funnel everybody into that. So if you're a current pledger and you either do it by check or PayPal and would like to switch over to Breeze, I can help you do that in back as well. So if you were inspired today, like I was, I hope that you leave here and share your experience. And you can do that in several ways. Of course, we have a presence on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can find us at CSL Santa Cruz, and you can share. You can share the whole service. There's a recording of Elijah's talk that you can share on your own Facebook. Which will inspire your friends to come. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and also bring your friends. So one thing I've been doing is I kind of share Elijah's talk. I might invite some friends and so he can see what's happening here and what we're all about. So now I'm going to invite the ushers to come forward with the baskets so we can share a little treasure right now. How about that? So there are many ways to give. You can obviously use the basket today. There's also a bowl in back if you need a cash envelope to share. You can go to our website. So for those of you online, you can go to the website. You can mail a check. You can text to give. And if you're fancy and all that, you can also use the QR code, which is easy breezy, and it takes you right to Breeze. So how about that? So if you're in the sanctuary, there's the bowl in the back or the baskets, and I look forward to seeing you after service. I'm a little table back there. Thank you.
Isn't she great? I love their, thank you, Leah, thank you, Kaylee, thank you, Debbie, very much. I want to also thank our musicians, Frisia Rain, Anthony Steinberg, and Bob Sima. I want to thank my friends, the broadcast staff, Susan Pankratz and Mohini Peters. Thank you, ladies. I want to thank our practitioner, Reverend Grace Lovejoy, our practitioner holding the high wash, Cheryl Strom, Stan Snyder, and I want to thank Reverend Elijah for his beautiful words and his not only authenticity but vulnerability today. I take a lot of courage from that. Thanks to our viewers online, Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom. You've heard that a few times this morning. And most importantly, I seriously, deeply want to thank each and every one of you for being in this room with us. There's something so special about coming together in person. And I am so grateful after all those months of not being able to do it. I just do not take it for granted. So thank you so much for being here today. Save the date for our holiday fundraiser, a party that is Friday evening, December 17th. It's going to be a blast. Dinner, silent auction, music, and more. We've done this in years past, and we're doing it again. I'm really looking forward to it. Tickets are available online right now, December 17th. What date? One more time, December 17th. Very good. You will be able to buy tickets in the sanctuary in future Sundays. We have an artisan fair coming up, organized by our dearly beloved Sky Leona. She has made 15 of these beautiful flyers. If you have a favorite coffee shop that you would be willing to post this at, please see Sky to do that. We've got 2 sizes of flyers. Getting the word out to the circles in your community will really make a difference. That is Saturday, November 27th. It's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday, November 28th, 11:30 to 3 p.m. right here at CSL Santa Cruz. And my last big announcement before we close is our membership class. I'm very excited about this. We haven't had one in a while. It is December 5th, as you can see on your screen, from 12 to 1:30 p.m. This class is required if you want to become a member. And this will be really the first class of members who are truly part of our news story that we've been talking so much about. Yeah, it'll be very, very exciting. It'll answer all those questions, and if at the end of it you decide you love coming here and you don't want to be a member, that's good too. You're not obligated to become a member, but we urge you to come and learn more on December 5th. Check your e-news. There's lots more happening that you want to know about. And lastly, don't forget to join us in the front garden for Dances of Universal Peace. And I'll welcome Frisia Rain back to the podium to close our service with a song, and thank you all very much for being here. Have a great week.
We thought we would end today with a little playfulness with the music, and so our lovely percussion angels are bringing you a shaker if you would like to play along. And one note about the lyric is that the first 2 lines are call and response, and then the 3rd line we sing together. It's quite simple, and they're going to come up in a minute here. Can we have the lyrics up? My turn, then your turn. We are here. We are here. Together. Keepers of the garden, we are here. Again. We are here. We are here. Keepers of the garden, we are here. Where, if not here? When, if not now? Who, if not you? You and me. Now we'll repeat that section. Where? Where, if not here? When, if not now? If not you, you and me. That's the whole chant. We are here. We are here. Keepers of the garden, we are here. We are here. We are here. Together. Keepers of the garden, we are here. Where, if not here? When, if not now? Who, if not you and me? Where, if not here at CSL? When, if not now? Together, who, if not you and me? One more time through. We are here. Love the harmonies. We are here. Who are we? Keepers of the garden. We are here. We are here. We are here. Keepers of the garden. We are here. Where, if not here? When, if not now? Who, if not you and me? Where, if not here? When, if not now? Who, if not you and me? We are here. We are here. We are here. Keepers of the garden. We are here. Keepers of the garden. Keepers of the garden. We are here. One more time and a big shaker finish. Keepers of the garden. We are here. Elijah was right. You guys are singers. Thank you.